Yo, gang, back again. Oi. Now, if you want to help this channel out and the content I create for you guys, head to hittersandrillers.com where you can grab one of these tees available in a white. Other items and colorways will be available soon, and the money raised goes a hell of a long way to help me creating videos for you guys. And now a massive shout out goes to for suggesting this one, and this one is Tweeko and Sebz. Oi, shout out to Tweeko and Sebz featuring double L's. Oi, ONEFOUR SWavey, TS, come on, JB2 Zone2, Pete and Bas, the Coldest Link Up 2. So without further ado, let's get into this one. What a lineup. Term drill emerged from the basements and bedrooms of young teenagers that saw a vision with the limited resources they had around them. That vision has now grown into international industry enjoyed by millions. Tweeko Sebz and Danny 2020. Yeah, I saw that shit.
It sounds cool.
Directed by Danny. Come on. This is Press Plays Danny, right?
Hey, Sebz.
Wait, shout out Tweeko and Sebz, man.
I swear they were asking for a part 2.
Yeah. But one sec, I'm getting a call quick. Hey, who's this?
Double O's.
You see it?
Man's on a blocker still.
Oh yeah,
The
say
blocker,
nothing.
come
I'll
on.
be with you in about 15 minutes.
Say nothing.
Let's get it.
I can tell you about points I've scored in the pitch. I was only 15 when I slid with the strips. Gigantic dots in the back of the whiz, trying to clash anyone that lacks on the strip. All my pagans do is this. They ain't done the thing since got hit up, chinned up, shoot my 15-inch. That's real rap, no cap or fibs. Headshot, chest shot, leg shots, double tap shotguns, leave you the red top, head top. Slide to the sea where your ends on end of. Car door pop and the ops get stepped on. That was me in the back of that car, lingering around, watch the ops get crept on. I don't wanna go back to the wing, running in souls trying to plug man's head top.
My guys.
Yo, gang.
Hey, you see TS. Hey.
Man's kind of local to there still. You know what? Give me like 10 minutes, I'll be with you, innit?
Say nothing, cut you.
Boom! My young G fed up with OT, all you wanna do is crash it. Them man I got no peas, can't even talk about hammers. See us on the main road, I can show you about blammings. M&S and Chargy, there's a whole lot of questions. 4-4 kick on this back road, my United call it old thing Rashford. Where I come from, A-Town, next door that's 14 crushers. Yeah, the ops love chatty, real life in a man just wankers. If I wheel this dot or back this tray, I can show you about planking.
Trapping, stacking, rubber bands get stack up. Trap, stack, how many packs get wrap up?
Come on.
Painting, watching me bag up. And she knows that my trap does numbers, it don't do nothing their average. Trap's been doing up lows today, I might make a painting bag this. Man just backed out 10 in cash on bro, then he went and backed out 20. And he knows that I could've had that, but my last sit back was messy. Been in the streets all day, been a while since a man watched telly. I ain't seen bro for a while as well, cause the public step that he did got techie.
Yo, bro, man's been trying
TS,
to call
come
me.
on.
Landed now, yeah?
Yeah, my nigga. I'm just touched down, you get me?
Say nothing. What you on?
Man's just outside the station, bro.
Alright, cool. You saying, you ready?
Kwasi.
JB2.
Heard my man was saying he couldn't understand a word I said. They try to stay relevant, so they wanna taste my sauce. Cause it's I beg. All of our Twitch, you can have some more. Running away, you ain't secure. Bully the kid, now with a bitch of the Adolf. Head beat like Jamal, man get badder. Ain't on piss, you lizard. Man just squish up, bro will pull up. Big dog like Clifford. I am too savage for your liking. On a gun team and you're hiding. You are too childish for my liking. Don't know why man's even replying.
Hey, what? Who's this?
I don't, it's 1-4, cuz.
1-4, yeah?
Hey, come on.
Back in the area now.
Oh, yeah. London
Come
to
on.
Australia, you both ready, yeah?
Lex.
Man said eat swap, come on.
They ain't bleeding, you ain't leading. 3 points to the family's grieving. They ain't scored since so 16. What do you mean they can never be even? It's odd to think we call them ops. They dogs. They run off and let them mates get chopped like Ching and then Bob. But I'm way too cuckoo. Drills on drills have got me a loose screw. They want clout, we send them out to the ER, then right back to the news. My vet way handed at dog shots. Can they off like Wi-Fi hotspot? Jump on them like we play hopscotch. They did nothing that night, they got chopped.
Come on.
Free all the members up on detention. I got way too many to mention. Free Fred, he's doing a stretch cause he didn't sing like One Direction. Violent men with violent intentions. Still smoke boys for my section. They doing drill for attention. Scored on George lad and they left him, but we keep that shit on the D-Lo. Round here got stick to the G-code. Still trying to find them boys like Nemo and put him on a shirt like Tino. Ayy, so that's why I can't chat about mugs. Same day when Bodan took that L. Step round there, everyone got touched.
Hey, nah. 1-4, come on.
What? Come on, Trisla.
Oh shit.
My guy, where you?
Yo, the lineup's men's.
With PS.
Come on.
Say nothing, man. Stay in a second, bro.
Chase him, grab him, sweep him, hold him. I swear I'm beefing some joke, man. I love lurking, we'll soak him. P done slapped it, now he's boasting. Give me verbal, that's fine. I'm sure KT will poke him. And I swear I really don't mind. I don't smoke, but I will smoke him. On Snap, them man abusing, losing, cause they ain't doing no bootings. Them man ain't poking, them man are bruising. Up the toe with Dangry cruising. Phone LV Rambo, he using. Phone LR Richard, he choosing. No
Come on.
like Vic and Cuban. From time Snoopy being a nuisance.
Stop assuming. How can they rap, they're losing? Must be fuming, car. Ever since we got, I ain't heard no one shooting. Skid round, but no one's booling. Still skid round till no one's moving. And I got paper, I need more clips to pattern them loose ones. Most man can't even chat about hits. ITV, that's what Bruce on. Trainers, bro, got amazing kicks, but they ain't know the bootons. Don't make me go ape in this bitch. I know you know what the zoo's on.
Yeah, hello.
Yo, the lineup is mad. Mad.
Bas. Come on, let's go.
Hey, I want to see what these brothers have got to bring, you know.
And I'm working numbers. 9 to the nut, that's wonders. Call from the runners. Quick tick tuck down to the dungeon. What you gonna do if I snatch your chain? Nothing. What you gonna do when the boys jump out of the back in the range? Nothing. And I'm still here with a fag and a beer and a rock in my ear and a pound of the gear and a feds in the rear and a hand in the gear and I'm out, I'm ducking. Big boys in a function. Tell me who's got gumption.
Man said who got gumption.
Kicking off rounds, 6 holes in the door of the van. Repair the phone line, can in me hands. You ain't calling a man, nah, get your face on the ground. Remember back when we had the Mactins and went to take them and grabbed the packs and ran round the back and then dashed them.
Come on!
Remember back when we had the cars locked now, the cars are locked down, and by the dots got the drops and then stashed them.
Hey!
It sounds cold.
Hey!
We did it.
They did it. They did it. They did it. 100% they did it. Fuck it. Link down below. You know what to do. Fucking hell. Now, does anybody remember?
Sebz beats, baby.
Yeah. Wait, just give me a sec.
Which was dropped in 2018 and had an incredibly insane lineup with stellar performances from.
The ops don't like when I post, nothing like I'm just big. Man, 3-point turn on the road, Matt just spin it on the main.
And also,
if you know, then you know. Don't ask no questions. Enough for shirt on, told them already about the chunky corn.
And also,
Golden one, I ain't got no time to cheat in a bed. Tell a browning, open a mouth and taste fed legs. Trap man, trap for the bread.
and now a little over a year later, Tweeko and Sebz are blessing us with part 2. We not only have the dope production and engineering from Tweeko and Sebz, but we have double L's, ONEFOUR SWavey, TS, JB2, Zone2, and Pete and Bas. The video itself starts with that statement, but quite honestly, I wholeheartedly agree with. And as we see that opening scene, you can tell the entire budget's gone up.
Hey, yo, Tweeks.
It sounds cold.
Hey, Sebz.
And you have to drop a little mention for their acting skills, as quite frankly, it sold a lot of this video for me.
Sebz beats, baby.
I swear they were asking for a part 2.
Yeah. But one sec, I'm getting a call quick.
And then one of the most epic drill collaboration kicks off with double L's.
I could tell you about points I've scored in the pitch. I was only 15 when I slid with the strips. Gigantic dots in the back of the whiz, trying to clash and you won that lax on the strip.
The first thing to hit you about double L's performance is that flow. As in that regard, this young brother is right in his bag.
Headshot, chest shot, leg shots, double tap shotgun, leave you the red top, head top, slide trying to see where your ends on end of. Card no pop and the ops get stepped on.
And knowing where this brother comes from, he's an artist whose bars don't come across as false or like he's trying to portray something he's never been around.
That was me in the back of that car, lingering around, watch your ops get dropped on. I don't wanna go back to the wing, running in souls trying to plug man's head top.
And then SWavey comes in.
My young G fed up with OT, all he wanna do is crash it. Them man I got no peas, can't even talk about hammers.
The first thing to immediately strike you is this brother's raw in-your-face delivery that is unapologetically hood. But the next thing has got to be those ad-libs that add so much more to the bars he's delivering.
See us on the main road, I can show you about Blammins, M&S and Chargy. That's a whole lot of questions.
He even blesses us with those moments of wordplay.
4-4 kick on this back road, my United call it old thing Rashford. Where I come from, A-Town, next door that's 14 crashers.
Now this next brother, I have to give the proper introduction because he's the reason I fell in love with the tune.
Trapping and stacking. How many stacks have I stacked up, cuzzy? Feds been onto the gang car, too many man been splashed up, cuzzy.
As that unusually gritty tone to his voice just has that way of grabbing your attention as you hang on every word this brother delivers.
Never had no money back then, drip my oldest packs, now a man got money. Them man rapping a life that them man don't live, so them man so funny.
And as he comes in on his verse, he reminds us of that absolute banger of a track.
Trapping, stacking, rubber bands get stack up. Trap, stack, how many packs get wrap up? I got a painting watching me bag up.
Honestly, it's that tone in his vocal that makes this brother stand out from everybody he's spitting next to.
She knows that my trap does numbers, it don't do nothing near average. Trap's been doing up lows today, I might make a painting bag this.
And he also has got his flows on lock.
Man just backed out 10 in cash on bro, then he went and backed out 20. And he knows that I could've had that, but my last sit back was messy.
And then we hear JB2.
Heard my man was saying he couldn't understand a word I said. They try to stay relevant, so they wanna taste my sauce cause it's a beg.
Now for me personally, JB's style has always been a difficult one for me to get into, as that Africanized flavor combined with some of the words and flows he uses can often fly completely over my head.
All of our Twitch, you can have some more. Running away, you ain't secure. Bully the kid, now with a picture of Adolf.
But there are those moments where you connect directly with his bars.
Beat like Jammer, man get butter. Ain't on piss, you lizard. Man just squish up, bro will pull up. Big dog like Clifford.
And he also has that skippy flow pattern that once again makes what he does stand out.
I am too savage for your liking. On a gun tin and you're hiding. You are too childish for my liking. Don't know why man's even replying.
And then we hear from them fucking superstars being 1-4.
Who's this?
I don't, it's 1-4, cuz.
1-4, yeah? What you on?
I just kicking back in the area now.
Oh yeah. London to Australia, you both ready, yeah?
Lex.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Lex's use of flow and some of his wordplay?
If they ain't bleeding, you ain't leading. 3 points to the family's grieving. They ain't scored since so 16. What do you mean they can never be even? It's odd to think we call them ops. They dogs. They run off and let them mates get chopped like ching.
That goes on to shine as he blesses us with what I believe is the hardest rhyme scheme for the entire thing.
But I'm way too cuckoo. Jewels on jewels have got me a loose screw. They want clout. We send them out to the ER, then right back to the newsroom. I'm a vet way handed at dog shots. Can they off like Wi-Fi hotspot? Jump on them like we play hopscotch. They did nothing that night, they got chopped.
Now remembering that both Lex and YP are behind bars, them being on this Coldest Link Up Part 2 is actually a fucking sick choice.
Free all the members up on detention. I got way too many to mention. Free Fred, he's doing a stretch cause he didn't sing like One Direction.
As their fans get to hear more of their music and how widely accepted the group 1-4 are as they're collaborating with artists from across the world. And if you're aware of UK drill groups, you can't forget about this line from YP.
Violent men with violent intentions. Still smoke boys for my section. They doing drill for attention. Scored on George lad and they left him.
And as he winds up his verse, he blesses us with more of that wordplay.
We keep that shit on the D-Lo. Round here got stick to the G-code. Still trying to find them boys like Nemo and put him on a shirt like Tino.
Now considering that we've seen so many artists, had this tune stopped here, I would have been happy. But fucking hell, Tweeko and Sebz drawing for Zone 2 was a little stroke of genius. But even more so had to be the surprise of Trizak's verse, as the brothers' bars are on fucking steroids.
Place him, grab him, sweep him, hold him. I swear I'm beefing some joke, man. I love lurking with soaking. P done slapped it, now he's boasting.
And as he comes in, he blesses us with that tongue-in-cheek wit that he combines with his ad-libs.
Give me verbal, that's fine. I'm sure K2 will poke him, and I swear I really don't mind. I don't smoke, but I will smoke him.
And his flow is just fucking ridiculous.
Slap them man abusing, losing, cause they ain't doing no bootings. Them man ain't poking, them man are bruising. Up October, gang you cruising.
Nah, like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Phone LV Rumble he using, phone LR Richard he choosing. No thing she like thick and Cuban, sometimes Snoopy being a nuisance.
And PS, well, PS is just a special animal.
Stop assuming, how can they rap they're losing? Must be fuming car, ever since he got I ain't heard no one shooting. Skid round but no one's booting. Still skid round till no one's moving.
And the thing with PS is what he does is done so well that you might look at it as an average verse, but honestly it's stacked up in such a slick way with that crystal clear delivery that me myself can't ignore lines such as,
and I got paper, I need more clips to pattern them loose ones. Most man can't even chat about hits. ITV, that's what Bruce on.
Just appreciate that wordplay and not forgetting that all-important Zone 2 sound effect.
Trainers bro got amazing kicks, but they ain't know the bootons. Don't make me go ape in this bitch, I know you know what the zoo's shoes on.
Now for me personally, putting Pete and Bas on a track like this doesn't surprise me, as when it comes down to delivering flows and the greasiest bars, they never disappoint.
If he comes round here, then I'm capping his knees and his mates can wheel him around. Didn't want to do that neither, get his suit in the back of the Beamer.
And oh my god, did they fucking deliver.
Bas! Yeah. Come on, let's go, mate. Alright, we'll be here in a sec, alright?
Alright, say none.
Understanding that having Pete and Bas on the end, and the fact that this is a collaboration between essentially two different generations, Pete and Bas don't sound out of place one bit. And in fact, take this tune and add to it in a fucking major way.
And I'm working numbers, 9 to the nut does wonders. Yeah. Call from the runners, quick tick duck down to the dungeon.
As their content and flows are just off the chain. Everything from the way they deliver their bars to the way they back each other up in the ad-libs is just bang on point.
What are you gonna do if I snatch your chain? Nothing. What are you gonna do when the boys jump out of the back in the range? Nothing.
After listening to the level of artists that came before, it's an actual mazza.
And I'm still here with a fag and a beer and a rock in my ear and a pound of the gear and a feds in the rear and a hand on the gear and I'm out, I'm ducking. Big boys in a function. Yeah. Tell me who's got gumption.
And when Bas comes in, you're thinking, how can he top what Pete just did?
Back off the bin, get down on the ground. Kicking off rounds, 6 holes in the door of the van.
And quite honestly, he delivers on an equal level. As he sets it up with that first flow.
Repair the phone line, can in me hands. You ain't calling a man, nah. Get your face on the ground.
And then that ending flow is just disgusting.
Remember back when we had the Mactins and went to take them and grabbed the packs and ran round the back and then dashed them.
Now visually, this video itself is a step up from part 1, as we see each one of the younger artists kicking back in their natural environments, and Pete and Bas taking up a little bit of that budget by sitting in that Lambo and not for a second looking out of place.
Remember back when we had the cars are locked, now the bars are locked down, the bar the dogs got the drops and then stashed them.
Now you know I gotta score this one, and I'm gonna give this one a strong 9.5. As quite honestly, I was entertained from start to finish by the sheer variety of artists on it, and shocked at how much Tweeko and Sebz have raised the level from the first one they delivered. As they've not only selected strong artists that stand out in their unique rights, they've made sure what those artists delivered was exactly on point.
Hey Sebz, it sounds cold. Scratch, we did it.
As you done know, this one is most definitely going on my playlist, linked in the description down below. Let me know what you thought of Tweeko and Sebz Coldest Link Up Part 2 in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys down there. Yo gang, it's your boy LeeToTheVI saying peace and love, and I'm out. Bow.